Hey, how you doing? Um, a couple of things I want to talk about. There was this girl that was found back in July of 1982. She was brutally murdered, they said. It was at the edge of a cemetery in Blairstown, New Jersey. They named her Passaic Doe by the detective in charge of the case at the time, but her identity remained unknown despite decades of effort to find out who she was. Well, on finally July 15th, 2022, 40 years later, they found out who she was. And they found out who murdered her. Uh, she was identified as a 17-year-old Dawn Olenek of Long Island, New York. A man who had confessed to her murder 10 years ago was finally formally charged with it. So don't say that you won't be found who murdered somebody. Don't. There was a man who was landscaping a yard, and the cottage in Wildwood in July 2022. He got a pleasant surprise from the past two rolls of cash, tens, twenties, and which that totaled $1,000 under the porch that would have been accessible by crossways, and it was likely that someone had stashed the cash there in the first place because it had been obtained in the most legal of ways. Every bill is dated 1934. I collect money. I like to get my hands on those. A series which I thought was strange. He told the Jersey, pointing out
I didn't get that. Can you
the,
try again?
the uncommon it was anyone to have matched bills in the wallet at any given time. How the money got there is a mystery. But the owner mentioned checking it in with neighbors to find out more about the history of the house. The house may have been a brothel. How you like that? And this is the truth, what I'm going to tell you. A couple of years back, I had a dream while living here, and at the time, the owner was still alive, Phil, and his wife Carla was here. But anyway, um, he asked me to go in the yard and do something on the porch. So I went under the porch and I started digging, messing around, and I come across coins, a lot of coins, and paper money, old paper money, and I was going to keep it. I found it. Yes, it was property, but I found it. And he claimed he had buried it there. So he brought it in turn. I turned it over to him. But that story is here, not the same story, but a similar story is in this book. Really is. And this happened in Wildwood. How about that? Here was, each time they have a nor'easter in, in the middle, in the Cape May area, ghostly train track would appear. This was noticed in May of 2022. And the last time that they appeared, appeared was in 2021. And they say that the Bethlehem Steel Corporation contract went through there. So anyway, how does that happen? They were detonating fire shells that they were saying and doing. So that's how they came about. Besides the ladies from the movies and everything like that. Yeah, here's my fighter jewelry, and here's Mr. Dale Earnhardt. Well, his face is a little smashed. Look at the face. Here, what a handsome guy. And of course, that's my access. Um, hmm, I'm gonna bring it down. Now, the gingerbread castles. Anybody remember the gingerbread castle? I was like, we can do this time. Here, it's a power case. The guy by the name of Bob Allen had passed away. And he lived in Hamburg, New Jersey, where the gingerbread castle was. He passed away at the end of May 2022. His wife wrote a letter. He was taking care of the gingerbread castle pretty much until the end. He was still driving over there to keep watch every day, though. He wanted to go. The only thing he loved more than the gingerbread castle was my grandma. And after she passed away in December, he declined pretty quick. We were lucky enough to speak to Bob, and we figured this out. So yeah, he was gone. There's a story about a whale that washed up on shore, and there was a bunch of spectators around, quite a few, and they were a little close to the whale. So authorities told them back up a little bit, which they did, and they thought that was sufficient the way they backed in, as far as they backed up. So this whale washed up on the Oracle coast. Uh, so he felt it was a public accident. So this is what they did. They detonated dynamite, which sent the rotting whale below in the air. And guess where that came down? On the spectators. They went on back farm. They found several cars parked in a garage in, of all places, North Arlington. They found no bodies, no nothing, no weapons. There was blood all over the joint, they said, all over the place. They said with the amount of blood seen on the cars and ground, it was clear that someone may have lost quite a bit of it. As soon as it was from just one person, really person at all. Now they found a pool of blood up the distance from this garage. So the fire department came and hosed it down, and they said they never in their life seen anything like that. So they're asking anybody with information to report these authorities. Well, I wouldn't. No, 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 no. Now, there were South Jersey booms, quite a few, shook houses and everything. This took place February 8th, 2022. What do you think it could be? Yeah, McGuire's Air Force Base, they weren't doing anything. National Coast Guard, Carver planes, ACON claimed responsibility. I didn't know that. It also reported to confirmation of the Jersey Department of the Secretary. Victoria Clinton. The National Guard was responsible. And they found the throat waves of vibration. What do you think? Continues to. This is the individual supposedly who murdered that girl. That was speaking about Princess Doe. This is her gravestone. If I could get somebody to go with me, I'll actually explore some of the family sites. I think it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, because I'm really exploring. Just the right one out. The most haunted house in New Jersey. I have the weirdest, most haunted location I believe in New Jersey or anywhere else bar none. It's my friend's historic home. We purchased it about a year ago, and he knew from day one that it had several different spirits, but it was nothing he couldn't handle. It was just that he purchased a 9-foot tall antique mirror for his house, and that's been everything. Mirrors are no good. While speaking with him next night, activity went to the horror story level. I heard the violent shaking of his house 3 times, followed shortly by blood-curdling screams. when a young boy. He knew he had a child spirit in his house. He would hear him running and playing, but that changed when he brought his mirror into his house. He felt extreme fluctuations in temperatures which coincided with the aggressive yelling whispers over the phone and bangs. Objects being thrown, stomping up and down the stairs with screams coming from different points of the house. It truly get me there. Even the frame of this mirror, which is very elaborate in design, with a bust of a woman on top, has issues of its own. He was feeling that bust is changing expressions as he walked past, so he took several pictures, all of them with some similar but slightly different. Then I told him to take two quick pictures in a row. The first one looks about the same, and the second image that makes any grown man face. I know he doesn't want to be publicly known as a haunted house guy, so he undisclosed locations for the places undisclosed would be preferred if it ever investigated. He was a ghost of Jenkins Pier. Do you guys know about anything that might have happened at the closing of the Jenkins Pier? We were vacationing there when Hurricane Irene hit. On our last day, we went to the aquarium and my niece took this image she took on her precious life phone. I was standing next to her with a 500-foot camera. Don't have this image at all, and I was aiming at the same thing. The penguin she was aiming at is visible next to the woman. The particular penguin display has solid wall background. In other words, it couldn't have been someone on the other side because there was no other side. Also, check out the woman's clothing and hairstyle. I have always been curious about this picture, and she thought, trust me, it was very small. It was a very small print. The outfit on the woman was sort of stuck out like a sort of gun. I would have spotted her in a heartbeat. I saw her here and no. This is the picture. See the woman and you see the penguins towards the left? You. There's underwater cross cemetery in Edgewater. I was like that. At different types of cars. Canada, United States. It's weird. This is the underwater carnival gravy graveyard. I can't even talk today. It's not gravy, it's graveyard. Eh, gotta laugh a little. There's a green light cemetery in Middletown. I like to read all the stories to you, but I gotta get the information from these places. Oh, God, excuse me. Was it my husband took this photo of a group of police force in 10th Street in downtown Kansas City. It looked like he wasn't the only one looking like him. What is that transparent thing? You see the transparent thing? Looking at it like a piece. This is in downtown Jersey City. How do you like that? The Rockport Hackettstown death train in 1925. How do you like that? This is what the train accident was like. What happened here? And like I said, that was in 1925. Good story on it. Show you a picture of it. They claim this happened behind a bar. Uh, this was in Rockport, New Jersey. It says MJ Ozzie celebrated photos he snapped behind the rest of the tavern in Mine Hill Township, New Jersey, located not too far from the site of the crash. It's of a woman dressed in a 1920s attire, seemingly waiting for a train. What I wanted to say was that this train wreck took place in Rockport, New Jersey, 1925. This apparition was discovered in Rockport. I mean, in Mine Hill Township. Well, anyway, this is the ghost of a woman seemingly waiting for a train, and they believe this is from when the accident had happened. A spirit came back. He was waiting for a train. How about that? We went to one of these with the family, and let me tell you, they had hundreds of them, and they were pretty spectacular, and they were lit up. Don't ask me what date and year and month it was, because but we nonetheless believe it. Mountaintop Orphanage. There's if you can find anything of it, I'm sure people walk around and they find things that look like the state of New Jersey. There's a couple there. This one is the Wheaton building. Where did that one there? Pretty cool. So you know what? I did one day find a puddle that was shaped like the snow melted down. I can tell you. That would be very hard to do. Go around looking for things on the ground, wherever it be, shaped like New Jersey. Something to do. Excuse me. Um, my father gave me this. I had it engraved. Say it's not worth anything. You know, the Holy One comes out and he's included something. Or you watch get off the lawn. That can keep you because it might remember and enjoy it. If you was a year old, isn't that cute? Really, really cute. Sorry about the double vision. Of course, we got the Pine Pot. They don't have money. I like that one after Christmas. The orange that smells like a real money. And of course, Trump. You cannot forget about Trump. Make America great again. And it's got the seal. That is when I really like. This is when the family went to in North Carolina to the racetrack, and we went here. And here's my grandson Benjamin. You see the picture there? How do you like that? And of course, I have Disney bucks. Smell like real money too. This is from 1991. They say you go into Disney and exchange these for newer ones, older ones. And you go and pay so much money, you can't give you anything if they have them. I think you got one there. Tony Stewart. And of course, Orbit. Yeah, 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 yeah. These gold. These gold plated. All that. Well, I have to say goodbye. Please view this video.